Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel. This is Handy Andy here, and I have a business called ASM Property Services, so I do a lot of work in and around people's houses. Now we're decorating this room, we need to fill these holes in here. Now it's had a TV bracket on and these are heavy duty plugs, and most people would try and remove them. Now one way of doing it is to put the screw back in and pull it out. However, you may damage a lot of the plaster by doing that. This is a solid wall. If it was like plasterboard, then you may have issues when you pull them back out. So one way of doing it is, I'm just using a rasp here. You can use a big screwdriver and that's tap the plug in like that. So now the plug's gone further into the wall. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but the ring around the top of the plug has come off there. It's just snapped off. And we have a hole. Now I'll bring the camera in a bit closer in a minute to show you the holes. There we go. There's one more to do here. So, there we go. Now we need to remove the cable here. The easiest way of doing that is to use a bog standard chisel. And drop it on the floor. Right, so I should be able to pull a bit out. Right, so I've managed to pull a little bit out there. What we need to do is we won't use the chisel. Ordinarily, if you can't pull it out, is just tap it. Now we're not going to do that. What we're going to use is going to use some snips, snip it off close to the wall, like that, push the wire back in, and a little bit of paper. Best thing to do is just peel it off the area. Move the areas off. Then I'm just using the chisel. Peel a little bit of the paper off, because what you want is to finish this off level. Do all the holes that you can see. So I'm going to bring the camera in closer now, show you what I've done. There you go, TV bracket hole. You can see they've gone completely in, because hopefully the person that's put this up has drilled a hole far enough into the wall. That's where the wire was. You can just about see one of the plugs in that one. I don't know if you can see that one. It's just slightly disappeared, and there and there. So like I said, if you try to pull these out of the walls, you could damage the wall a bit more and you end up causing more work for yourself by doing that. And all it's a case of is tapping them in. And you can use anything to do that. You can use a screwdriver, you can put the screw back in, or you can just, if they're small enough, the plugs, just tap them like that and tap them in and make a little indentation with your hammer, and then fill that in. Again, that causes less damage than trying to pull them out of the wall. Pulling them out of the wall does not work as far as damaging the wall is concerned. You're just going to damage the wall. Like I said, you're not going to gain anything by doing that, and this is basically the easiest and the best way of tackling wall plugs. So I'm just going to use a bit of ready mixed filler, nothing special. It's going to be drying overnight anyway, so I don't need it to dry particularly quick. So it's just like no nonsense ready mix. I'll put the camera back down now and open my tub. So simple filling knife. Squeeze plenty into the hole because you'll need that to dry off. I'm just going to leave that slightly proud because fluid has a tendency to shrink. We need to sand it level with the wall anyway. And you need to go in different directions like that. Clean off any excess with your knife. I'm just using a 2-inch scraper, fairly simple. There we go. Filling made easy. I mean, why cause yourself more work? I mean, I have seen plugs come out of the wall and you pretty much finish up having to do a lot of filling with the wall, and the smaller the hole the better, in my opinion. I have seen people pull them out of the wall and they've caused a lot of damage to the wall, because if you think about it, if you're using the screw to pull the plug out, you're putting your hammer there and pulling down like that, you can damage all this part of the wall as well as what the plug will pull out. The plugs are designed to stay in the wall, which is exactly what they do if they've been done right. But as most of you know, when people are redecorating, they want to change the room around, so you have to do a lot of filling with these types of holes. And there you go. Like I said, I've left these slightly proud because we will be sanding them off, so I want a little bit left on the top. Now these are holes you can see. You can blatantly see these holes. You knew they were there, so it's always worth filling them in first. I would recommend, whatever you're doing in decorating, is to paint the wall. Paint it. Paint it white. You will find every single hole in that wall. Trust me. And once you've painted it, you'll be able to mentally, as well as you could mark it out as well, where all the holes are. So that's always a good tip, is just to paint everything. I had a customer complain at me. She said, "Oh, you've painted all the woodwork first, and you've painted the walls, and you've just painted them, you've not done any filling." Well, all the holes were obvious once they're painted. So I said, yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I find all the little holes in your walls. I paint. Oh, well, you're doing it wrong. I'm not doing it wrong. That's how you do it. And you end up with people. I don't know why they bother employing people, to be honest, because this is just a personal rant now. It's rant time, where they think they know better than you. Well, at the end of the day, once you've painted the wall, you can see all the holes. What's wrong with that? I can fill them in, and I might add, the filler will take better once you've painted the walls as well. You know, you're gonna have a nice clean surface, and you get the filler in, and it just makes a better job of it. These ones, massive holes. We could see them. We're filling it now because we need the filler to dry for tomorrow. So we're not doing anything on this wall tomorrow anyway. So we're filling it now. We're doing the preparation now while we've got time, and this filler should be ready by tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be dry today because they're big deep holes. So we'll leave them for 24 hours, and then we'll get these sanded off. So yeah, there you go.